Coming up in the news tonight, more plans revealed about the relocation of the Probin Street fire officers. Police band members recognized for their contribution to music. Local film Joseph premieres as the 4th edition of the Barbados Independent Film Festival gets underway. And in sports, the Windies fall short on Bravo's return as the luck of the Irish holds.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC Newsnight, starting now.
Very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom. More details about the relocation plans for fire officers based at its Probin Street headquarters have been disclosed. Home Affairs Minister Edmund Hinkson shed some more light on the situation this morning after the Aaron and Christina Foundation presented Kindle tablets to Class 3 St. Albans primary students. Rianne Phillips attended that event and compiled this report.
This compound of the Ministry of Transport, Works and Maintenance at Prince Road, St. Michael, and the British American building at Colombo Rock have been identified as the possible temporary locations for some of the officers and operations of the Probin Street Fire Station. That station in the city is set to be demolished as government seeks to revitalize Bridgetown.
Arrangements are being made to retrofit a building in the same compound as the proposed new fire station in Prince Road, a building which is owned or managed certainly by the Ministry of Transport, Public Works and Maintenance as part of the move now out of Bridgetown. But that building has to be refurbished a bit. You could appreciate it, and as I said, you don't have a building sitting down waiting to be a temporary fire station in Barbados. So some work has to be done on that building. Some items moved out, I believe, in terms of all equipment maybe.
Well, some equipment, trucks and personnel will be moved to the Worthing and Archhall fire stations. Mr. Hinkson says the ultimate plan is to build a new state-of-the-art station in St. Michael.
National Insurance Scheme has agreed to the funding. Ministry of Finance has approved that, and it will be built under an arrangement with the National Insurance Scheme. The finer details still have to go before Cabinet. Now, just last week, the survey plan, in other words, the plan of the area in the Pine, Prince Road, which will accommodate the construction of the fire station, was recorded in the land registry, and the Ministry of Housing is, as we speak, preparing another cabinet paper to go forward to Cabinet for further approval.
The minister also explains the role and purpose of the containers, which have been set up a few meters away from the fire station's headquarters.
The outpost there is being created for firemen who may want to pass through town, because look, firemen, fire officers have other duties than just when a fire takes place that you get a call and you're on your way. They have other statutory duties, as you know, administrative duties, inspection duties, etc. And if they're passing through town and you want to cool out for a while, there will be that outpost which will have communications, some communication facility and recreational facility, etc.
Mr. Hinkson says a date has not been given as yet for the fire station to be demolished. Rianne Phillips, CBC News.
Well, thanks, Rianne. Fewer people have been falling victim to theft and robbery of their gold jewelry in recent years. This was revealed by Sergeant Emerson McCollin of the Royal Barbados Police Force during an exclusive interview with CBC News. Sharika Griffith has the details.
Close to a decade ago, the growing Cash for Gold scheme was blamed for an upsurge in robberies as criminals attempted to get their hands on gold by any means necessary. Today, police say they've made significant headway in arresting this trend.
It's an occurrence, but back then there was an influx of that happening, but it has slowed down now because the force has put in place a department that deals with precious metals. And with that being implemented, we have seen a rapid slowdown in that kind of activity.
Sergeant Emerson McCollin was speaking to CBC News as police displayed over 200 items, some dating back to the 1980s, which were used as exhibits in now completed criminal cases such as burglaries, thefts and robberies.
We have watches, chains, bangles, few cell phones and rings.
It's now the intention of the force to return them to their owners, and Barbadians are being encouraged to visit the Central Police Station to view the exhibition, which has been extended to this Friday, January 17th.
They'll be greeted by one of the staff here. They'll come here to this desk, I'll interview them, allow them to view. If they identify property that they believe is theirs, we'll take them through a final interview, and we will take that interview and put it against the information that we already have, and we'll see if it's a bona fide claim.
So do they have to provide like any type of physical evidence?
Yes, you walk with a valid form of photo identification.
To date, a total of 72 people have been in to view the items, but only one has made an official claim. Sergeant McCollin explains what will happen if the owners do not come forward.
It pains us that every evening, on conclusion of public viewing, we take these back to the police exhibit management facility. We don't want to do that. We want the owners to come, identify, and have these properties back into their possession. However, auction is our very last resort.
The proceeds from the auction would be transferred to the Consolidated Fund. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Thanks, Sharika. As the Royal Barbados Police Force Band continues to celebrate its 130th anniversary, band members were today recognized for their contribution to local, regional and international music.
While highlighting the national debt of gratitude owed to the Police Force Band, Attorney General Dale Marshall says the band continues to play an integral role in shaping Barbadian culture.
These things help to enrich our society. There's no society that has flourished without arts and music. Absolutely none. And the societies across the world and across history that have become famous are never famous really for their warriors. They're famous because of the Beethovens and Bachs and other individuals that they produce. They're famous because of the Picassos. They're famous because of the architects. It is the artists that help to define a society for all time. And in your 130 years, you have helped to define for Barbadians what Barbados is.
As he acknowledged the band's history and achievements, Deputy Police Commissioner Oral Williams says the police band's existence is under threat due to low enlisting numbers.
Like the general force, this institution is short-staffed. The situation, I am told, has nothing to do with the non-existence of applicants willing to join the institution. Currently, we have no cadets or apprentices. The practice of brain staffing at age 14 was based on the principle of being able to bend the tree while it was young. As it stands now, we have to wait until age 16 plus and age 19 to become a constable and a member of the regular force. This state of affairs must change if the band is to survive and perform the way they are internationally recognized.
Medals bearing the police force's insignia were presented to over 50 serving, retired and honorary members of the police force band. Acting Deputy Director of Music Dexter Norville says the medals represent over 130 years of excellence and service.
We, the administration of the band, found it fitting to celebrate with a valuable service medal in order of wear. This medal will be awarded to serving members of the band and specially selected officials. The intention was given as a token which highlights the dedication and sterling service of bandsmen over the years.
The medal presentation comes after the Royal Barbados Police Force Band hosted 1 week of activities in October to commemorate 13 decades of existence. Aaliyah Briggs, CBC News.
Thanks very much, Aaliyah. Well, military and emergency personnel are receiving media operations training in a course delivered by the Royal Military Academy. The Barbados Defence Force today visited the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation as part of the course, which equips participants with the tools to effectively communicate with media agencies and build awareness of the media's importance in the operative environment. Course facilitator at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, Ronnie McCourt, says the week-long course seeks to improve media relations with a number of military and emergency response groups, including the Barbados Fire Service.
The aim of the course this week is to remind students that a key component of operations today is having a good relationship with the media. So this week I've been emphasising the need to keep and maintain a good relationship with the media. Media are not your enemy. Media are part and parcel of everyday life. And we need to make sure in a democracy that the media know what's going on.
And during the tour, the BDF engaged with reporters in the CBC's newsroom and discussed ways to improve relations. Program manager Jewel Ford said the BDF has a good relationship with the corporation. However, more can be done to strengthen ties.
Everything doesn't have to be hard news, but because of the many platforms of the CBC, radio, TV, website, social media, there's so many ways that they can target their message, whatever that message may be, to a particular platform so that people are more aware of what they do. Some people always wonder what the Defence Force does. This would be their prime opportunity to get that information out. You never know, they may even see an increase in the number of recruiters coming to the BDF.